Hey guys, it is a slow weekend here and my oldest, she is 6. She's in 1st grade and she was telling me that she's a little sad because she misses Mama's Fun School, as my kids call it, our little homeschool, and she just wishes she could do some fun activities. So I thought, since it's a slow weekend here and she is around and we're all around, I would put together a couple of activities, crafts for her and my other kiddos to do. And why not make it Valentine's themed, because that is coming up. So I thought I would bring you along and give you a couple ideas for Valentine's Day for your little ones. So first up is Oobleck, and we're gonna do a Valentine's spin on it. And to do that, first you need some good old-fashioned cornstarch, and then you're also gonna need a liquid of some sort. I'm going to use this cherry juice. It's some cherry juice and some water. I have also used pickle juice in the past. I like to use something, a juice or something that has color, so that I don't have to use food coloring and that sort of thing. I just like it to be more natural, more taste safe for my kiddos, especially the littler ones. But you could also just use water and it'll turn out white like the cornstarch. So however you want to do it. The other thing that, since this is going to be a Valentine's Day one, is conversation hearts. That's going to be our secret, like, Valentine-y ingredient. I have these sweetheart ones, but any conversation hearts will do. So then in a bowl, you're gonna wanna mix them. You'll start with about a cup of the cornstarch, and then you want to do, kind of slowly mix this in. You may only need 3/4 of this or so. So I start with just about, 3/4, leaving a little bit in there. And I'm gonna go ahead and use a spoon just to kind of mix it all together. See if it'll come together. A little hard to do one-handed with a little baby here. But it'll start to come together, and as it does, you may need to adjust your ratios. I went ahead and added just a little bit more cornstarch to mine because I wasn't liking the consistency, but what you're looking for is, like, see, it looks like a liquid here, but when you move your spoon through it, it's more like a solid. So that's the fun of this kind of Oobleck material, is that it's in between matter states. It's a solid, but it's also a liquid in motion, and that's really fun for kids to play with. So to add the Valentine's Day thing, I am just going to add a couple of these conversation hearts. And I'm only gonna add like a couple here because I'm gonna give some extra ones to my kiddos so that they can kind of experiment with them themselves. So I'm gonna kind of just stir those around in there too. And now we have some fun Valentine's Day Oobleck for them to play with. So for easier play, I just poured the mixture onto a tray. And I know it looks really liquidy right now, but it actually, if I run a spoon through here, it is like, it's not liquidy, it's hard. So don't worry about like them spilling this. It's not gonna like come off. And then I also just added a couple of, what are these called? Cookie cutters, heart cookie cutters. And I have a couple of extra conversation hearts here if they want to add that to the play. But yeah, it's a nice, fun sensory.
I love it so much. Love it. It was better than me.
While they're busy playing, one thing I do want to say before you clean this up, it's better to scoop it into the trash can than put it down your sink, because of the state of matter it is, it could clog your pipes. I'm just saying, throw it away, don't flush it down your sink. And if you do want to put it down your sink, then make sure you put like some dish soap and mix it with a bunch of water so that it loses that like solid liquid consistency before you do that. So trash can is a better idea, I think. Another fair warning, if you don't do sensory type activities with your kiddos often, this one can be a little bit messy just because of the consistency, and it kind of sticks to fingers when they start putting it in there. So if they don't know the rules, if you think they might get messy with it, you can always put an old tablecloth on the floor and have them do it on there, or you could use an old shower curtain and enclose it that way, an old sheet, something like that, or just take it outside if you have nice weather. We actually have a random nice almost 60-degree week right now in the middle of winter. It's crazy. So you could try that too. But just warning, it's still worth doing. I promise, it's so fun, but just warning you.
For this next one, you're gonna need 4 popsicle sticks and a bottle of glue. So then you're gonna take those popsicle sticks and glue them into the shape of a square. This is a really super simple activity. We're making a really simple picture frame for Valentine's Day. Kids love to take pictures and have them of themselves somewhere that, you know, in their room or something. And this is a really easy, quick way to make something that they can have for the season. So what we're gonna use to decorate them is the leftover conversation hearts that we had from the previous activity. So simply put, you're just gonna glue those conversation hearts to the edge of the picture frame there. It's really easy to add glue dots first and then just kind of add them, but you could do it in any order you want. And you can also, if you don't have these, you can also just use stickers or color on them or whatever. But then once you are done, you're gonna let it dry. Here is the picture that Isabel wanted to put in her frame. You could use whatever picture you want and just glue it or tape it to the back. And then you could also put a pipe cleaner here as like a hanging tool if you wanted to hang it up on a nail or something instead of just leaning it against the wall. Isabel didn't want to, but you can do that if you want. All right, so that is it for today. Happy Valentine's Day. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.